Hi, I am Jen Snyder, the CEO and founder of AAA Learning Institute, and I wanted to explain my story on who I am, why I started this school before I jump into the webinar, and then try to make this as clear as possible to be helpful for you. I came into this space out of healing from my own traumas. My fiance was a state trooper that ended his life by suicide just over 3 years ago in our driveway in his cop car. And it was an exponential ripping the lid off of my life and having to work through that. Nothing was working as far as traditional therapies. Many people could not hold space for me, with me. And I wasn't, nothing was working for a sustainable amount of time where the PTSD was spiraling. I do have my personal story. If you want all of the very detailed portion of it, my daughters told me that it would be beneficial if I would get very open and honest for people to be able to connect with me. So it is long. It's on TikTok at aaa.instit. I don't know. It's on TikTok for AAA Learning Institute. And there's 30 videos. It's not pretty. It's not something that I enjoy going into great detail to talk about. I do see there is importance in it to have people be able to understand and connect and feel open to be able to walk into that space that needs some help for some real vulnerability. So it is not pretty. It is not an awesome story. You're probably not going to walk away without crying. So if you don't feel like doing that, I wouldn't go watch it. But it is there. I don't have anything to hide. Very open and transparent about the path. So psilocybin was the piece that made my healing finally shift and take that perspective to move forward. It has inspired me deeply because the group that could hold space for me were veterans and first responders. And it's made me realize we trust our peers. We do our work in a peer group. I am not a veteran. I'm not a first responder. However, it was the only group of people that could really, that I wasn't too much for. So that space, I know firsthand, is struggling deeply. So I have wanted to have more people trained so that they can help their peers and minimize those suicide rates. That's just my part of the story. Psychedelics has such a wide field. I believe no matter who you are, no matter what your community is, no matter what your ethnicity is, your drive to be here, that the medicine calls us all here for a reason and a purpose, and that it's something our souls are called to do with helping others. And we all have that space of peers that trust us. So my goal with the school is to give you an education that meets the state requirements by Oregon, as well as everything that I have in this curriculum is backed by scientific research, as well as pulling in efficacy of everything where that's appropriate and meaningful. I want you to leave my program having a very educated understanding and confidence level to be able to have your conversations with your clients. If you're in the community speaking or at events doing presentations, I want you to know that you truly are holding the best of the information in this space that's available currently. The program, so there's two routes, essentially, whether you are right in Oregon right now wanting to become licensed, and then the other is if you're outside of the state of Oregon or outside of the country of the United States. That's the other route, essentially, with the program. I'll talk about the similarities and the differences. So the The similarity with both of these is you're going to have the exact same 120 hours of curriculum covered. 60 hours of it is online, self-paced. You log into the learning platform, work at your pace, go through the modules. We're going to cover 9 different modules. The first one is historical, traditional, and contemporary practices and applications of the medicine. The second module is our pharmacology, neuroscience, and clinical research. Third module is core facilitation skills that are needed. The fourth module is group facilitation and what skills look like to put group facilitation together. Fifth module is cultural equity. And our sixth module is safety, ethics, and our responsibilities as facilitators. Seventh module is doing our preparation and orientation with our clients before the administration session. And then the eighth module is how to do your administration session of the medicine with your client. And then the ninth module is looking at integration. And then the 10th module, if you are in Oregon, ready to go straight into licensing, is the Practicum. So that Practicum is 40 hours. It is in person at a licensed service center. We go to Gather Psilocybin in Salem, Oregon. It's on our website. I'm going to put the link that goes right to the information I'm going to talk about. So the other side of this is if you are outside of Oregon, outside of the United States, you can schedule your practicum at a later time. You would want to enroll in our distance learning program to where you're doing all of it online with the 9 modules. If you're ready to fly in and do the practicum, then you would just sign up for the standard program. So those are the two differences is that international, you go distance learning and do everything online, practicum later. If you're ready to go to licensing, do the standard program that has the practicum in it. So that cost to do the full entire program with your practicum is $57.45. If you are doing the distance learning portion and want to schedule your practicum later, the distance learning part is $29.95 to do the 120 hours online. Once you schedule your practicum, that portion is $27.50. What's not included is the cost of travel, food, and lodging for the practicum. What else isn't included is your cost for licensing in Oregon. So I'll run through that. This is all also on the website. So how to enter our facilitator program. First, you're going to request an application. Paperwork, I'll send you a DocuSign, has the enrollment, application, catalog, refund policy, school calendar. You sign it, I sign it, we both get a copy. Schedule an interview so I can answer your questions, make sure we're on the same page, that you're a good fit, I'm a good fit for you, our school's a good fit for you. Submit proof of eligibility that you're over 21 years old and that you have at least a GED, high school education or higher. You can just take a picture of your ID, take a picture of your education and text it or email it over to the school. And then you pay your tuition before the first day of school. There are third-party payment options on our link that I will send you when you're ready to pay for tuition through Afterpay and Klarna if you would like to make payments. Then after you complete our program and you want to become licensed in Oregon, you will receive a certificate of completion from AAA Learning Institute. You apply on the Oregon Health Authority's website. The application fee is $125 for a facilitator. You also need to do a worker permit application, which is $50. And then you do fingerprints. And once those are approved from the state and you take your exam, which is online as well, and that's all passed and approved, then they let you know and you pay your licensing fee. That is an annual fee. That is $2,000 each year. It is a discount if you're a veteran or on the Oregon Health Authority medical insurance from the state, and they discount that to $1,000 per year. So all of that goes through the state. That has nothing to do with the school. That's your state licensing. The state requires you to do 4 hours of continuing education each year. We offer continuing education also. And then on the website, I'm just looking at it here, is the Service Center Practicum is explained with pictures of it. We also do have an alternative practicum. Nobody has chose that. It is not with plant medicine. It is at our school in Eugene. There's pictures of our school. If that is something that I end up getting some students that want to do the alternative practicum, by all means, we'll open that up. It's altered states of consciousness, meditation, sound bowls, role playing, etc. So far everybody has chose to do the in-service practicum. At the beginning of the website, this is in a chart with the program, the length of time, and the cost. But essentially, it's $57.45 for the full program, 11 weeks long. If you're distance training education, it's $29.95 until you add the practicum in, and then it takes it up to the $57.45. Both programs right now, if you decide to take advantage and become a student, if you use the code 500 or AAA 500, it will give you $500 off of your tuition. So I will honor that, get back in, make the coupon code work for everyone that is part of the webinar if you decide to sign up. I'm going to put a link in here also for booking time on my calendar to answer questions that you might have. And then the enrollment application link will be in here, as well as the link to the website that lines all of this out. So I hope that makes it easy and understandable on the routes that you have for education, whether you're looking to be licensed in Oregon or go international. So thank you for being here, and reach out if you have questions.